Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Alex Thomas here, back with another video for you guys today. I'm here to give you guys my thoughts and my review on Marvel Spider-Man 2 for the PS5. Just came out. It came out October 20th, 2023, and I'm going to give you guys my thoughts on the game. Obviously, I finished the whole playthrough. I have 8 parts that I live streamed on my YouTube channel if you guys want to check out. They're basically the full stories. I played from beginning to end. I didn't do every single thing, like all the side stuff. I'm currently doing that right now to get the platinum. I didn't platinum it yet. I'm on my way to do that, but I've done some of the most major story beat stuff when it comes to the story. So I'm going to give you guys my thoughts on the game, the story, the gameplay, what I thought about it as I was playing it. So let's go ahead and get into it. I reviewed Spider-Man Miles Morales, and I did like a live stream for 2018. So I thought it'd be right if I had to review this game since I talked about the other games. And obviously I did gameplay on all the other games as well. I have gameplay for Spider-Man 2018. I have gameplay for Spider-Man Miles Morales. I recently did that leading up to this game because I was very excited for this game. And of course I had to show gameplay for this game because I love playing the first game. So I'm going ahead to give you guys my review and my thoughts on it. I'm probably going to throw some minor spoilers into this review just because there's certain things I want to talk about that I have to talk about. So spoiler warning, if you guys have not played Spider-Man 2, the game's been out for about 2 weeks, so I thought it would be right to let the hype die down and go ahead and talk about the game. Obviously, I spent a couple days with it. I'm actually about to start another playthrough on the game, and then when they release new game plus mode, I'm going to play it again. So that'll give you guys a hint of what I think about this game. But enough rambling, you guys. Let's go ahead and get to this review. Let's get it. Let's go. All right, you guys. Like I said, this is Marvel Spider-Man 2. And right off the bat, we're going to start off with the story. And this story of this game starts with basically we're playing as two Spider-Mans. We got Miles Morales and Peter Parker. And they're going through a lot of things with their lives. Peter is basically struggling again. They're trying to find a job to deal with his relationship with MJ. And of course, you know, Harry is back now in his life. So he's trying to deal with the duality of being basically being a mentor to Miles and also trying to be back best friends with Harry. So there's a lot of duality going on with that, with the back and forth. And basically the story is, you know, Kraven has come to New York for the big hunt to hunt down all the supervillains, and the Spider-Men has to stop him. Let alone, you know, with you got big players coming in like Sandman, like Lizard, and of course Venom comes into the play as well. Miles' story is a little bit smaller. I guess you could say he is struggling to write his college essay so he can get into college, but he's too busy being Spider-Man, which he does not have the time to actually write his essay and also be a friend or a son as well because he's too busy being Spider-Man. So there's a lot of things going on, which I love about the Spider-Man stories, that he's basically a normal human being trying to live like a normal human, but he has these great responsibilities, this great power. That's why I said that he has to do all these great things, but he is interfering with his normal life, which in the beginning of the game, like I said, spoiler warning, I'm going to go ahead and throw some spoilers out there. Peter shows up to Brooklyn Visions as a teacher, and instantly the Sandman shows up and he has to, you know, leave the school to be Spider-Man, and then he gets fired for it because, you know, he was out protecting the city, but he, you know, people don't know he's Spider-Man, so it just looked like he disappeared. But those are the one aspects though I do love about the Spider-Man stories in general, and I think when it comes to Marvel Spider-Man 2, Insomniac knocked it out of the park when it comes to the story. I absolutely love this story and the storylines that they go through when it comes to Peter and balancing with his life as Spider-Man and Peter Parker, and also with the black symbiote suit and dealing with that, and also dealing with Miles. And it's very interesting that they chose the route to have two playable Spider-Man in the game, which I think wasn't a magnificent job because we got two different elements of how two different people deal with being Spider-Man, and they both collide in together and also help one another, which is awesome. Yuri Lowenthal and Naji, I can't think of his last name, but the actor who plays Miles and Yuri Lowenthal are fantastic as these characters. I think Yuri does a great job when he's being Spider-Man and also being Peter Parker. At this point, playing this game, and everyone say it with me, they make you feel like you are Peter Parker and Spider-Man just by Yuri's performance. He does a great job with balancing when he's in the black suit and he's not in the black suit as well. You could feel when he's in the black suit, you feel his anger and his rage when he's playing the character, which I do love as well. Najee, who plays Miles, did a great job as well. You really love this kid and he really wants to do good, but he's also struggling because he still has the pain from losing his father and also losing Finn. So it's a lot of things going on through his mind as well. But like I said, going back to the story, I think they did a great job. I really love the dynamic between MJ and Peter, and also Peter and Harry. I love their relationship. We actually get a couple flashbacks of when they're kids, and it's awesome that you get to play throughout those segments. I love all the characters. Like, all the characters are spot on. Even the villains, like Kraven. Kraven, oh my god, he has a sense of like, oh my goodness, like the way they portrayed his character in this game. He's like so menacing, and he does like most of the stuff you rarely see him do, but when he shows up, you can know he's a threat, and you know he has an army behind him that is going to do what they want to do for him, and it's awesome. Going with the other villains, like I said, I'm going to talk about Venom. I don't know if I really want to talk about who is Venom. Maybe I'll save that for another time. But when it comes to Venom, I think they did a great job in the portrayal of Venom as well. Like I said, if you guys have seen my gameplay, the fact that they allow us to do something with Venom was freaking awesome. And yeah, I love the way they portrayed Venom. Let's go ahead and get into the gameplay aspects. And right off the bat, the gameplay is phenomenal. I think they upped the ante from 2018 and even Miles Morales, and took everything they learned from that game and put into this game. I just think the combat is the best it's been since Miles Morales. The fact that they changed the way when it comes to like the weapon wheel and the gadgets, like you have only specific gadgets, which I do like. And also you can upgrade all those gadgets, but also when it comes to the powers, like when he has the arms, or even with the symbiote powers. And oh my god, when you finally get the symbiote suit, oh my god, the way you feel like you have absolute power when you have that suit on. And I love that they really take the time for you to get the suit. Like when I was playing it, I think it took me about like 6 hours. I think it was at the end of my second playthrough, my second live stream. I got it by the end of the stream, but it took about like 6 to 7 hours before you got the suit, which is awesome. And it's the way they flesh it out is great. And I just think they did a great job with the gameplay. The web swinging, the traversal alone in this game is so freaking fun. Oh my god, like the web wings. At first, when they introduced web wings and you're like flying in the city, I didn't know how much I was gonna like it. When they introduced it in the first mission, oh my god, it's so fun to fly with the web wings. And you have these like tunnels that you can fly through and basically take off and take speed. It feels like you're Superman. It feels like if Insomniac made a Superman game, I'll be all for it, just because they have the mechanic to make you look like you're flying through a city. And it's awesome. It's great. The web swinging has been upgraded as well. You just feel much faster. You feel like you're Spider-Man. You really feel like you're Spider-Man when you're swinging through the city. Now, I want to go ahead and get into the detail that this game has. The way this game looks. It looks phenomenal. The way, like, if obviously you guys probably have seen screenshots between 2018 and this game. It's like night and day. Just the density, the detail, the way it looks when you're swinging. We see how many cars, how many people, how many, how the city looks like it's lived in. It looks alive, and it's great. And I love that they expanded the map. Like they added Brooklyn and Queens and Coney Island. It's just crazy to see that you can actually fly or swing through the bridges. If you guys have played Spider-Man games before, you're always stuck in Manhattan. So if you try to go to the bridge, you get knocked back. The fact that in this game you can literally swing on the Brooklyn Bridge, it's fantastic. It's great. And I just love every single aspect of that thing. Now I wanted to go ahead and get to just a couple nitpicks I have with this game. This game is not perfect. At certain times there is a pacing issue just a little bit, but when the game gets going, it gets going. Another nitpick I did have some glitches while I was playing the game, like sound issues where sound would cut off or my swinging sound would kind of cut off. people floating into buildings and getting stuck into buildings. There was one time I was literally doing a mission and I was running around in the mission and I couldn't figure out why the mission wouldn't progress. Where am I going? What am I doing? Oh wow, it was still one more. And it was literally a guy, I guess he was either stuck in the floor or something, and I webbed him and the mission proceeded. But I had a lot of times with that where even when I'm fighting crimes and a enemy will get stuck into a wall or a building and I can't complete the crime because the enemy is stuck in a wall. So I had to literally abandon it. But those are just like my slight nitpicks. And those are the only issues I had. I didn't have the cube issue where you turn into a cube. I didn't have that. Those are the only issues that I had when it came to the game. And who knows? I think at this time they done patched all those issues. But I just had to throw those out there because that's that problems I had when I played the game at first. Now, overall, I just think that Insomniac Games at this point they are the one developer that is showcasing what the PS5 can do. There's literally a shot in the opening when you're fighting a Sandman, and oh my god, yes, they did reveal Sandman in the launch trailer, so that's not really a spoiler. But when you that first opening scene when you're fighting Sandman, there's a scene where Miles gets thrown like so far from the battle, and it's just the showcasing of how much they can render on screen. It's phenomenal. Every time I see that shot, it's just like you guys are showing off, and it's fantastic. And I think they do a great job with how fast this game can go and what they can do with the PS5. Overall, at this point, you guys can see I'm praising it as much as I am on it as slight nitpicks. This game is my game of the year, and no, I have not played a lot of games this year. I've only played like a couple, but I could tell you right now, with my experience with this game, this point, if it doesn't win Game of the Year, I'm not going to be mad because I know there's other games out there that's probably getting more praised, because this game somehow is getting a lot of mixed in, of course, with the agenda and wokeness and all this extra stuff that I'm not going to talk about in this video because I don't care about any of that stuff. The only thing I care about is what I thought about the game, how was my experience with the game, and did they deliver? And hands down, they delivered everything that I wanted in a Spider-Man 2, and the leaps and the jumps that they took, and the fact that people are saying this is a safe game, I don't feel like it's safe. I feel like they do take leaps and boundaries, and especially with the boss fights, like oh my god, like I don't want to spoil one scene that caught me off guard, which I knew it was coming, but the way it's played out, it caught me by surprise. And I just feel like Insomniac Games really delivered on what a true Spider-Man sequel was. And really, this is like Spider-Man 3 if you count Miles Morales. And I love that as well. It's like all the stuff that Miles Morales is coincide with Peter's story. So it just feels like this epic world, or this epic culmination of all three of these games. And I'm so excited whether or not we're going to get another spin-off game because the way this game ends with the post-credit scenes, or are we going to just get another Spider-Man 3? Are we just going to get Spider-Man 3? I would love if we got like another Miles Morales type game just to like bridge the gap, and then we get Spider-Man 3, which will be awesome. But who knows what they're going to do. But overall, I really, really, really enjoyed this game. If I have to give it a score out of 10, it's a 9.5 out of 10, just because of those little nitpicks that I had earlier. But I love the story. I love the characters. The gameplay was phenomenal. The web sync was phenomenal. The fast travel. I didn't even talk about the fast travel. The fact that you can literally just point the cursor somewhere. You're literally there, which is fantastic. I loved, and the one thing I didn't talk about was like the side missions, which I love that there's not that many side stuff like it was in 2018, because 2018 they had a lot of the bases and the fist bases and all the different stuff. In this game they kind of limited, but they limited it with a narrative. Each side mission leads into something, and it's a narrative to every single side mission. So it's not like you're doing it just to get a trophy. You're doing it's leading into something that's going to pay off towards the end of the side mission, which I love. You know, the fact that, you know, the stuff with the Flame is very interesting. The stuff with, you know, the Prowler is very interesting. The stuff with, you know, you got to chase after Kraven's drones is leading into something, which was dope. But overall, I know I keep rambling because there's so much I want to talk about this game, because when I was playing it, I'm like, oh my god, this game is phenomenal. Like, yo, the fact that, like, yo, it's just, it felt like this game was just moving at such a fast pace. And then when you finally get the symbiote suit, it just amps. And man, I just think Insomniac really knocked it out of the park. You guys are amazing. You guys deserve all the praise you guys are getting from this game. The fact that this game was the fastest selling PlayStation exclusive is awesome. It really deserves it. And I'm very happy to have the game in my hands. I'm going to keep playing it. I'm kind of going to replay this over and over again because I just feel that much about this game. I'm so ready for New Game Plus, so I don't have to worry about unlocking everything, because I'm playing it again. I'm like, oh, I got to go through the whole unlocking everything again process. And I really just want to do New Game Plus, so I don't have to worry about doing all that again. So I'm ready for that, of course, just to go through the game. Of course, playing on Ultimate Difficulty. That's the only way I'm playing on Ultimate Difficulty. I have everything unlocked. There's no way I'm playing it. So yeah, overall, I really did enjoy this game. Do I recommend this game? Of course I recommend this game. If you have a PlayStation 5, buy it now. Of course, play the other two games, then play this one. But if you have a PS5, buy this game now. It's definitely worth getting, for sure. So yeah, if you guys have played Marvel Spider-Man 2, let me know what you guys thought about it in the comment section below. I know this video is pretty long, but I just had to get all that out of there and give you guys my thoughts on it. I've been really like sitting on it and waiting to Shy to do a review or not, and I'm like, F it, I want to review this game. Let me go to get my thoughts out there. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please hit that like button, please subscribe for more. Like I said, if you guys enjoy Marvel Spider-Man, let me know what you guys thought about it in the comment section below. And I'm out on this one, you guys. Peace out.